We talk bad about Uzzah because you touching the ark. You know, I must admit, there's a place of the ark that God did not want them to touch. And that's why the ark was carried with poles. So those poles was what the priests would touch in order to carry the ark on their shoulders. Could it be that Uzzah touched what God told him not to touch? And we talk about Uzzah because of what he touched. But please don't forget, I'm getting out of here. Please don't forget it. Uzzah wasn't the only one driving the cart. You look in verse 3, his brother Ahio drove the cart too. So Uzzah and Ahio both are driving the cart. And Uzzah touched it, but Ahio didn't. When they were in trouble, Uzzah reached out to the ark and he started touching stuff he shouldn't be touching. And he said, Ahio, brother, man, come on, help me touch this. He said, man, look, I done drove too far to mess this up. I've came too far to mess this up. Yeah, I want to touch it. It looks good, but God told me not to touch it. And the reason why I don't want to touch it, because I know it will rob me of what God is doing in my life. And so Ahio said, I can't touch that. I refuse to touch that. And the reason why I can't touch that is because if I touch it, I'm going to lose some stuff. I'm talking to somebody in here. God is blessing you right now, but when it's time to give God your tithe, you better tell that 10%, I can't touch that. I can't, that part belongs to God. Is there anybody in here? Have you ever made that mindset? There's some stuff you refuse to touch. You got to tell your neighbor, I can't touch anybody else's husband. I can't touch anybody else's wife. I can't touch what doesn't belong to me. I've waited too long. I cried too long. I can't touch that stuff. You want me to get high and get drunk with you? There's something God is doing in my life, and I gotta tell you, I'm not touching that. Is there anybody testimony here today? If you want what God is trying to do with you, don't be like us, but be like Ahio. I can't touch that. I waited too long. I cried too long. My mama been waiting. My dad had been waiting. My family been waiting. But now that it's here, now it's my breakthrough. I can't mess this up.